I'm going to go back to St. Matthew's 24:50 again. When you therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet stand in the holy place, whoso reads, let him understand. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that will suck in those days. But pray you that your flight be not in winter. Listen at this here, telling you the season is going to be in winter, neither on the Sabbath day. But then shall be, but then shall be a great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, not ever shall it be. Okay, better go in there. Want to come out of there? Want to come out of there? Go and ask your ministry. They speak concerning Y2K, give you a delusion. But when men said this and men said that, let's go to Chronicle Skill, man. Chapter 5. These all matches. And because of dominion, Jesus will have dominion over the earth. This is where it came from, but it came to this is tell you chapter 5, Chronicle chapter 5, verse 1. Now the sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, but he was the firstborn. But for as much as he defiled his father's bed, his birthright was given unto the sons of Joseph. Israel was not the sons of Joseph. The sons of Joseph inherited his birthright. He the one was sold into Egypt. The sons of Israel and the genealogy is not to be reckoned. This is Bible prophecy in the Bible. After the birthright. But Judea prevailed above his brethren, and of him came the chief rule. He just got chief rule, but he never was given the birthright. It tells you right here in Bible prophecy. And when a man said Israel isn't Israel, no, he don't have the birthright. The chief ruler, which was Jesus Christ, will come there, who will not sin. But the birthright was Joseph. So that the birthright went to Saddam Hussein, Iran, Afghanistan, all up in there. But the chief ruler, which would be Jesus Christ himself, which no man will force him to sin, he would be the chief ruler who would come out of Judea. But the birthright, which was the man until Jesus come, would be given to the sons of Joseph. So these are two different things. The lawgiver would come out of Israel, which would be Jesus Christ. And the United States and no other nation will force Jesus to take on the law of democracy. This is all they're telling us, and we have to understand this. Now, so back. I want to go back to Leviticus. Leviticus. I'm giving you this here because men of wisdom, ask your minister about this, and ask. Read it for yourself, the part I just read to you. I gave you these here things for a specific purpose. We'll go to you, Leviticus, after God gave Moses another prophet. He gave him is a prophet and told him a statute of compliance, of commandments. I would say commandments, statute of commandments. what men should do and should not do. Now, the reason I am bringing this up, God was taught in the end the World War III will be centered on God's people, everybody who served Him. Satan, the man with demonic spirit, will force them to take on law and marks in order to curse God, spoken of in Job 1 and 2. That he would make these people, the Antichrist, will cause these people to blaspheme against God. Now, what that would consist of, causing them to go create an abomination against God, do the thing that God opposes and rejected what He told them not to do. Now, what this consists of, all the rules and regulations God told them to not to do, this is what they would be done. But how ironic. I found out after the State of the Union address, maybe in the State of the Union address by President Barack Obama of the United States of America. You know, we were looking for a change after he came in and became President of the United States of America, because the United States of America have been ruled and dominated by the white race. We see this ever since the birth, ever since they invaded this land and taken it from the Indian. It been dominated. The law that everybody served was the law according to the white man. We can't, whether he was Democrat or Republican. But here it is in 2010, out of 2008, we have elected a first president, a man of the black race. But we found nothing have changed. But what is so fascinating about this president was the thing that he spoke during his campaign and the promise he made to the people, that a promise of change, that we will not pursue the old way as it did over 200 or 300 years when the United States became a nation and had taken this land from the Indian. But we see the policies that had carried out in this country had a demonic making, came from a demonic spirit on. And we have lived these. Only one man was righteous in this nation created by the white man, and the rest was excluded. I saw this upon my upbringing. Before I get too far into this, I spoke concerning, during my upbringing, I came upon the rough side of the mountain. And things was difficult. We had to chop and pick cotton for a living in the United States of America. But there was a little weed that if you didn't get this weed, there was a little weed that you know it's there. We didn't have socks or nothing on. It was called a stickweed. And every time you, like a miniature briar tree, every time you walk by this thing, it'll stick you in your legs, and it was highly venomous stickers on these little things. And when you get home, your feet around your ankle be just bloody and filled with pain. So what we had to do to combat this, if you cut that thing down the next morning, it'll be up. We had to, that sticker, we had to get down and either pull it up by the root or dig it up by the root, because if you didn't get it up by the root, this thing would come back. It will continue to come back. But this is the way this law of democracy is. This law of democracy is just like that little sticker weed. It just come back and come back and come back. And then when you least expected it, it shows this ugly head. But this is the way it is. Changing the faces of presidents, whether it be Democrat or Republican, never uprooted this sticker weed-like law. It will always get you when you least expect it. Even I found this hold true with the former president, the president we have now, President Barack Obama. The thing that offend God, that the white man has imposed upon us, is the same matter is offending God. This with this black president, and I see this now, and I see this storm in the making, and